What's up, Limitsbreak community? Welcome back to the channel. Tamal in the Discord had an idea to rank Pokemon waifus. I had a New Year's resolution to try some different content, so this is what we've got. An uncivilized, uneducated top 10 list of Pokemon waifus from a bunch of names that I just pulled from the wiki. I don't know anything about half of these characters. I'm just going to make baseless assumptions off of the way they look. So if your favorite character is not on here or you disagree, that's totally fine. It's all just for fun at the end of the day. So this is top 10 Pokemon waifus by Limitsbreak. That's me. The rules are simple. No Pokemon. You are entitled to your opinion, but you are not welcome here. Please turn off the video now. I'm kidding. You don't have to leave. Please watch the video. But we're not putting any Pokemon on this. No lollies. No childlike characters, okay? We're civilized people. I shouldn't even have to say this. And if you obviously disagree, drop your list down below. Even if you're going to disagree. Drop your list down below. And with all that being said, let's get started. Number 10 is Sonia. Now, when I was finishing up this list, I don't even think Sonia should have been an honorable mention, let alone number 10. Kind of actually upset that I even put her on this list. This could be a whole entire video about just shitting on Sonia. But let's get started. Gen 8 Galar. She's from Wedgehurst. She's a wannabe professor, right? Simple enough. It's all going to be simple. I didn't go too deep into it. She is okay looking. You know, she didn't start off on the wrong foot visually, but unfortunately, she gave up on her gym challenge with Leon. This much I do know. Not only is she a quitter, but that also means that by proxy, she is associated with Hop, which makes me want to hop off a cliff. That is a double negative. She's cooked. And you have to deal with the constant seeking of approval from family and peers. She doesn't know what she wants. You should avoid her at all costs. Actually, not even sure why she's on the list anymore, now that I think about it. Also, just wanted to add that I do have Nova Cidia's top 10 list as well that I will go through at the end of the video. I have no idea who's on his list, so that's going to be kind of a surprise to all of us. We'll see what inner mechanisms are going on in his head. But let's roll into number 9, which is Professor Juniper. She is Gen 5 Unova from Nuvema Town, and obviously she's a professor. Who would have thought, right? She's like Professor Oak, but hot. That's the most simple way that I can put it, to be honest. That's exactly what I get when I look at her. You can take her home to mom. Definitely mom take homeable, which, you know, I think is a good thing, right? And she probably makes a killer sandwich. She's got those, you know, hands tucked in the pockets, protecting her hands from the elements. Those absolute sandwich warriors. She probably makes the absolute best sandwiches. A positive in my book. And obviously, she seems like a very, very helpful person. Professor Juniper is somebody that I would definitely like to be around, and also low maintenance. You can just exist in a relationship with her and she'll probably be happy. For some people, that's all you could ask for. Number 8, beauty trainers. Oh, Gen 1 Kanto, that's where it all started, but they're across almost all generations. Good old reliable. What can you say? What can you say? She's for the routes. She's for the streets. And for those of you that don't know what that means, just Google it, honestly. She comes in tons of different flavors. You can have a different flavor every day of the week if you desire. Every single generation. Blonde, brunette, etc., etc. And of course, when you beat her, she drops tons of money. So not only are you satisfied physically any random given day of the week, but you also get satisfied financially. So this is why beauty trainer, old reliable since day one. And naturally, she's not coming back with you to Pallet Town. You're not taking her home to mom. They're for the routes. They're just there to get you through to the next city. Respect to them. We appreciate them. We do. Now, number 7 is Luray. She is from the 4 Islands in Kanto, and she is a member of the Elite Four, the first person that you fight, actually, if I remember correctly. And she is a fiery redhead, which who doesn't like a fiery redhead? Of course, we all grew up with the first iteration of Pokemon, meaning that most of us liked Misty, right? So She is a direct upgrade from Misty because she's not a teenager. She's an actual adult. So perfect for us of now. And she's also an Elite Four, so she can hold down the fort if you need to leave. Someone tries to break in, she can handle Team Rocket, okay? Definitely someone you want in your corner. Good balance, good healthy balance, not too, passive, not too aggressive. And, you get hot teacher vibes from her. We are flying through this list into number 6, which is Professor Bernett. And honestly, the more I looked at Professor Bernett, the more she kind of started to grow on me a bit. She's from Gen 7 Alola. I actually don't think I played this game, so this is one of the characters I actually really don't know anything about. Howly Outskirts, and a researcher. Professor, obviously. She has what appears to be an athletic, sporty build. Is she actually? I have no idea if she's a professor or researcher. She might just be a complete bookworm. Not afraid to get dirty. Definitely looks like she's not afraid to roll around in the mud and can help around the house, which it's always nice to have an extra set of hands when the going gets tough. See Luray, number 7, holding down the fort. It's not a bad quality, but the best quality, that look of absolute disgust that she gives you when you do anything abnormal or anything slightly feminine to question your entire manhood in the matter of moments. That look will just unravel you to your core. That's what makes her a solid number 6. And because she's probably a smartass. Personally, I don't know if smartasses are really my thing. Hard to say, but I feel like that just came with the territory. Number 5, Kagita. T-posing Kagita. Because I took an asset from Google. I don't know. Gen 8 Hisui, Arceus. Ancient Retreat. She lives in some random excluded area. It's kind of weird, actually. And everything else about her is mostly unknown. She is either very wise or very delusional. There is no in between. But she does have a good sense of style, right? So that is a positive here. Her fit is on point, obviously. And she clearly has some kind of anti-aging technique, because I'm pretty sure this woman has been alive for centuries, at least. She strikes me as the person that does the same thing every single day, wakes up, goes to the coffee table with her tea and her book, sits down and proceeds to read for a few hours before turning on The Price is Right, and then decides to get up and go check on the garden. If you inconvenience her routine in any way, then you're dead. That's what it seems like anyways. Might turn you into a cookie. Like I said, very wise or very delusional. She might turn you into a cookie, and it might be intentional because you pissed her off, or it might just be an accident. There is no in between. Oh, and of course, she lives alone but has no cats. So that's might be a pretty big red flag. Now, number 4 is Cynthia. I know nothing about her except for she is very visually appealing. Gen 4 Sinnoh, Celestic Town, and a Pokemon champion. Will not ask you to bark. Although some of you may bark, she will kind of like it when you do, if that's your thing. Blonde goth mommy fusion, definitely. If that is your style, you get the best of both worlds. And she'll probably take you home to her mom instead, if her mom even exists in this parallel world of Pokemon. She's a Pokemon champion, so you know everything's probably a competition to her. So if you're okay with that, then shoot your shot. And number 3 is Clara. The one that we all like but probably won't want to admit to. She's Gen 8 Galar, Gym Leader Minor League, and her hometown is unknown, and she is definitely toxic. I mean, if the poison on the leg and, dripping and stuff didn't give it away, I'll let you know right now, she's definitely toxic, and there's a lot of people that are into that for some reason. She will never let you leave. The epitome of toxicity. Love it or hate it, you're not going anywhere. And if you try to go anywhere, you might wake up in a bathtub with like your liver or spleen or kidneys missing or something of that nature, tub of ice, etc. And if you are not broken, she will break you. And then you will have problems for the rest of your life with every woman that you encounter thereafter. Next up is number 2, Fennel, the sleeper pick, probably could be number 1. I don't know anything about her other than what I see on the screen here. Gen 5 Unova, I spelled it wrong, independent scientist, and Stryton City is her hometown. She is clearly looking very book smart and very wholesome. And that's the best part about it. And that's why it's such a sleeper pick, because you wouldn't think she's number 1 just because of how wholesome she looks, right? You would think number 1 would be more flagrant, but she will treat you with respect as you deserve. And she's probably a good listener. And to top it all off, because she's book smart and not necessarily relationship smart, she will try to fix you. So anything Clara ruined, she will probably try and fix. Sounds like some women that I know personally. Now it's time for some honorable mentions. Let's see. Obviously Misty, we all grew up with Misty, right? Honorable mention. And then I was gonna put the blonde at the top left, but she looks like a lampshade and I'm just not into it. And they're also questionable of age as well. Same thing with Cynthia from Team Magma. I literally know nothing about her, but if I did, and I was confident enough to put her on this list, she'd be pretty close to the top, if not at the top. And now it's time for our number 1. If you know, you know. Gen 9 Paldea Glaciado Gym Leader. I thought it was a woman the whole entire time, but it turns out that he is a man, but that is okay, because that means he is for the boys. Right? Never gonna take you away from the boys, always gonna be for the boys, is one of the boys. And to me, there's nothing better. Tops all possible waifus. Won't break your heart. Women break your heart. Grusha will not break your heart. Will never break your heart. Likes the snow and can shred. Was a professional snowboarder. Can teach you how to snowboard. Do physical activities with you. Super dope, super fun. The boys. Baited me in my own video. I thought it was a female character, pulled it, gave the card a kiss, all that jazz, got embarrassed. That's fine. Stays warm and keeps you warm. Look at the fit. Clearly knows how to stay warm and will keep you warm if you're cold. Will pass you the jacket. Get more done around the house with another man around. But leave it up to a man to look better than most of the women on this list. That is wild. Now we're going to go into Nova City's top 10, which I know nothing about. So my genuine reaction. All right, let's see it. Oh, they all slid onto the screen. Top 10 Pokemon waifus by Nova Citia. Oh, look at that background. That's nice. That's nice. Number 10. Mai. A warden tasked with watching over a special weirdeer found in the obsidian fieldlands of Hisui. She is a member of the Diamond Clan. Simple yet attractive design, not much else to say though, better than most others not on the list. That's fair. I can see that. I can see that. That is definitely fair. Number 9. We have Flannery. Flannery's title is one with a fiery passion that burns. Her passion for Pokemon burns stronger and hotter than a volcano. Hair red, eyes red, unknown, ruby and sapphire. Makes sense. He's a ruby and sapphire kind of guy. I would take Luray all day, but makes sense. Only one on the list that could possibly be under 18, speculated to be exactly 18, but Flannery was the shit when Ruby and Sapphire dropped in 2003 when I was fucking 8, so that makes her the that makes her the pedo. There you have it. Number 8, we have Professor Sada. Part of the team that explored the Great Crater of Paldea, setting up the Zero Lab in Area Zero, Sada was able to develop a prototype of the Terra Orb, earning her corporate backing for her projects and allowing her to set up a second laboratory in a lighthouse near Cabo Pico, or Poco. Primal urges, no other words necessary. Clearly, she's got an Amazonian type freaking build, and that is what he's all about. I know that much. So moving on, his number 7, which is Lusamine. I gotta say, over on the left side, she clearly looks much better than the picture that I had on the honorable mentions. However, that also kind of depicts her much more mature. Supposedly, on the age here, she's over 40, but let's see. Lusamine is the main antagonist of Pokemon Sun and Moon, running the Aether Foundation as their president, described as a lovely and beautiful woman who wishes for the protection of all Pokemon both in and out of Alola. So, Age over 40, I have no idea, but she doesn't look that old in the picture on the right. I avoided it like the plague, but apparently she's a MILF, so that's also his thing. Number 6, Cynthia. Okay, so we share this. We both have Cynthia on our list, an archaeologist who is also the champion of the Sinnoh region Pokemon League. Probably the most well-known and statistically the first or second most popular character compared to others on this list. I guess that makes me the uneducated one because I didn't know that she was that popular. But I'll get there when I play Diamond and Pearl. Now, number 5. Do we both put Kagita at 5? We both put Kagita at 5. That's actually hilarious. Kagita lives alone at the ancient retreat and possesses a vast knowledge of Hisuian legends. Diabolical mommy energy. Yeah, definitely some of that there. These pictures are way better than the T-posing Kagita that I had. I'm going to go ahead and stick with my assumptions, though, that you're probably going to end up being a lab experiment dealing with her. And if you clap her cheeks, you'll probably inhale space dust that will exterminate you on the spot. Number 4, Dendra. She serves as the battle studies teacher of Naranja Academy, Yuva Academy. She specializes in fighting type Pokemon. Age 25, debuted Scarlet and Violet. Got a lot of Scarlet and Violet on here. You know, a lot of recency bias, it seems like. Fit girls have a dedicated spot in my heart. Dendra is also endearing. And yeah, I can definitely see that. Dendra's cool though. Number 3. What the fuck is Rika? One of Paldea Elite Four working under Gita and has a laid-back tomboyish personality. She calls the player Kiddo as a nickname. That's a girl? Is canonically a woman, you sick fucks. Don't want to hear shit, y'all fawned over Grusha. This look works so well. Cool women are dope, also chill and laid back. Best part, honestly. That's fair. I mean, I had Grusha at number 1 just for the lulz, so I mean, I'm not going to hate on the tomboyish look. Number 2. Who the hell is this? A traveler and photographer who is visiting Kitakami to seek and take a picture of the Blood Moon Beast. This one is a sleeper. Many of you probably didn't even know she existed. Could easily take number 1 spot if given more development as a character. I'm Scarlet and Violet. I don't even remember seeing her in Scarlet and Violet. So definitely a full-on sleeper pick. Might have to hire him to do my slideshows in the future because clearly got a little bit more of a knack for it than I did. It wasn't supposed to be that serious, but this seems like it was taken very seriously. And number 1, Sabrina. Sabrina should have been on my list. I kind of forgot about her. It's actually a cardinal sin that I forgot about Sabrina. And when I go to redo this list in the future after I have educated myself further, I'm sure Sabrina will manage to make her way on my list somewhere. But the fact that she's number 1, I am full-heartedly agreeing with him on this. Sabrina is the gym leader of the Saffron Gym. She has had psychic powers ever since she was a child. When she accidentally bent a spoon, she apparently dislikes battling, but is hard to beat because she can communicate with her Pokemon telepathically. Had a significant redesign in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. OG gym leader, dope character overall. The redesign ain't bad either. Definitely gives the best villain vibes despite not being 100% best waifu material overall. I will agree with this number 1 pick. So that's all I have for you guys today. We have 2 top 10 rankings in one video. A lot of meat on the bone here for you guys. If you have your own list, aggressively disagree with our fun list that we made, put that down in the comments below. I'm Limitsbreak, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.